Okie dokie, hello again folks, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts for the Austro-Hungarian Empire campaign with our mildly advanced ships in the 1800s. So it's 1891 now. We are in January, so we're going to tick over to February. So it's been going well. The Italians are really struggling at the moment. They have lost a vast amount of ships. Although we might be in trouble now because we have got one of our torpedo boats, one of our alligators up against a Calliope, one of their torpedo boats, and their torpedo boats have proven to be extremely strong. What else have we got going on? So we've got strike as well. So we've got a port strike going on. So apparently we're attacking the French port here for some unknown reason, considering we were attacking that port against the Giuseppe Garibaldi and the Amelia Sicile. So we're finally coming up against some of the French. It's the Aspern and the Klagenfurt, as well as a few alligators in that battle. We have got a convoy attack here on the French. The Rochambeau, the Marcellus, the Pluton, and Suchet, with the light cruisers Attilia Regeli, Upilia Tranoni, and a torpedo boat against 9 trade ships with the battleship Carl, the Sebestino, and 2 of the alligators. So that's an interesting little one. That's the same convoy. And then the Koros and the Maros have discovered an Italian fleet trying to get through with the Carlo III armoured cruiser, the Goyotto light cruiser, and 2 torpedo boats. So that might be a fairly tricky fight actually, because we've got light cruisers against heavy cruisers. And okay, so we've got some interesting battles coming up today as we get ready to do battle. So first of all, let's get this torpedo boat battle underway and see if we can finally get a victory over their torpedo boats, because we've really been struggling up against their torpedo boats in our own. The alligator just instantly sinks when it gets hit. Despite having many bulkheads, standard quarters, these things just take one 57mm gun, 56mm gun to the ship and will sink, and then just not stop sinking, and we can pepper them with 102s and not do anything. And we're going to switch to HE straight away actually. Sea conditions are pretty poor. And just be aggressive with the guns, just absolutely go for it. Regular crew level. Oh crap, there is a torpedo boat. We've launched torpedoes already. We might actually get torpedoes on this guy, and that might be a good thing. No, just avoids them. So it is going to be a gunnery duel. They've got a trained crew as well, so ooh, this is going to be a rough one. Now, do our trade ships have any weaponry on board? Yes, they do. They've got 102mm guns on board. Okay. Alligator, watch out for torpedoes. There is a torpedo. So they're going to get out of spotting range shortly as well. Come on, give us a shot. if we can dance around their torpedoes, we might be actually better off getting towards our trade ships and using their guns. Because they have some fairly good guns on board. You've used up your torpedoes and we're just about to reload. Again, just keep it normal and firing. We've not managed to get a single hit on there so far. This is why I've made the Hunter class, because I kind of want to see how they go. I've made them very small, with just all the bulkheads in the universe, and they should be fairly good against these Italian torpedo boats. Your torpedoes are about to reload. I've got a torpedo in hand. Fire, that's good. Torpedo out. Gonna turn, you're gonna turn into it? Yes, you are. Boom. There we go. She's even taken a look how strong these things are. It's taken a torpedo. It has taken a torpedo and it is still afloat. That is just how ridiculously good these things are. They just don't die. They are so hard to kill. Like, slow down, get your guns a bit more accurate. I think we actually might win this battle. 2 more torpedoes out. They've launched their torpedo, but they are donezo. No, again, it see how strong that thing is. Like, seriously, it took 2 torpedoes to sink it. Like, it is just ridiculous, like how strong these things are. They just are able to take so many hits. And again, I don't know why. I just don't understand it. But T9 did a good job there. That was a absolutely fantastic victory for the captain of the Alligator there, sinking one of their horrible little torpedo boats. That is always good. Okay. So next convoy, it will be the Koros and Maros versus the Carlo III, the Goito, Arano and Parasio, and then we're going to try and hunt down their trade ships. Alrighty, let's see how this battle goes. So light cruisers against one of their heavy cruisers, that might be a little bit tricky. So I can actually put you abreast. In a loose formation. Now again, 127mm guns, you know, not a huge amount of penetration. I think we're using SAP as well, are we? Yeah, we're using semi-armor piercing as well, so we're going to struggle to penetrate them, but we have got those torpedoes, so we can look at doing some torpedo damage. Alright, so let's turn in. Enemy ship spotted. And that is their heavy cruiser. Okay. Let's detach you both. Koros, I want you going this way. Moros, I want you going this way. Koros, smoke up. We are literally just going to go in straight for a torpedo run. Their torpedo boat's coming in very fast though. We've got to be careful of this. Alright, turn out. Let's start turning. Focus on their armoured cruiser. Try and get torpedoes out. We are just in range of their torpedoes. We should be able to get torpedoes out on them though. Torpedoes away. They're turning in. Oh, we just missed. We just missed with that one. They launched torpedo. We should get our butt torpedo out. And Maros. Torpedo's going to strike. That's good. Carlo, you have got a bow torpedo. Oh, avoid those torpedoes, please. Yep, she's avoided. Could avoid our own torpedoes. Okay, so that's the biggest problem done. So that's the armoured cruiser done. Now we have their light cruiser and their torpedo boats to worry about. So their torpedo boats we should be able to gun down fairly easily. We've seen that the we have seen before that their light cruisers can take a fairly decent beating as well, and they have got the speed advantage on us too, so not by much but just by a little. But don't forget our main prize. So we've done well, we've sunk one of their armoured cruisers, so that is a big blow to them. That's another capital ship that they've lost, but we also want to try and take out some of their trade ships too, if we can. We've effectively crippled one of their torpedo boats and it is sinking. So the Paseo is also taking on water. Alright, start focus on the Gato. We have taken damage to our rudder, which is not great, but that's not too bad in all honesty at this stage. We can survive with that. Ross, it's your choice. It's your chance to go and hunt down their trade ships. Cross, try and take out their light cruiser, please. Alright, let's see if we can find their trade boats. And what's the weather like? A little bit wavy. Torpedo boat that sunk. Something randomly just sunk, so that's good news. There we go, that's what we want to be taking on, their trade ships. Which we may have sunk one of them, or it may have just been the torpedo boat that we didn't quite identify properly, but I thought we had them both identified, so not sure. Cross. Auto started turning back. If you smoke, will you smoke? Okay. So far, this has been going incredibly well for our captains. We have, you know, that little bit of extra waiting time has really paid off. They have got guns, so they actually have got some fairly... They've actually got some protection now, their trade boats, so we do have to be a bit careful of them. We may as well use some smoke while we're here. But they do not have the armour nor the bulkheads to really protect them against our light cruisers. So this is going to be a perfect little one for us. The Italians have this style light cruiser hull as well. So it's a slightly more conventional light cruiser hull, which can have a fairly nasty underwater torpedo armament to it, but they've ended up going for guns rather than torpedoes. We have got this sort of semi-armoured cruiser sort of style, which is much slower. It's a little bit more like a heavy cruiser, but it's really quite capable of dealing... Well, of having some good armour, so that's one good thing about these things. They tend to be quite well armoured. So that's fine, you can continue running, because we will just take out your trade ships. This has to be 50% at least. Got one behind us apparently. So that light cruiser is turning in on us, that's good news. So we'll start turning to greet it. Maros is going to go back and see if it can mop up that armoured, the transports even. Because we are going to deal a nice blow to the Italians' economy. And oh, look at that nice hit. One of the 127mm just absolutely blasted through and completely caused a lot of damage. They actually got sinking as well, so they're taking on a lot of water. So they're going to be slowed down as well. They are... What's your speed at? So your speed, there we go, that's what I'm looking for. 13 knots at the moment, so your speed is absolutely gone. Smoke up. Ping that way. Just hunting down this final trade boat, which might not be easy actually. But we have done significant damage to these guys. They are in some real big trouble. As well, cadets against a seasoned crew as well. So we have some very salty sea dogs on our team. Our ship's equipped with radio directional finders, which are very useful in this time period. I'm getting a ping off to the right there now. Any more returns? So Maros, see if you can find that last one. If not, we're just going to sink this light cruiser and that will be that. So we've got another glorious victory here. Again, considering we started off basically with nothing, we've done pretty well. And as I said, I'm really looking forward to 1.6 to have this ability to out-tech the enemy or outbuild the enemy. It gives you a few different options, and it's just going to be fun to have these little encounters a little bit more. It's going to make them quite interesting because it's just going to give us slightly different encounters and different things that go on. So Chorus, we are well within torpedo range, so finish her off for me. No, don't go that way. Avoid the torpedo. Avoid the torpedo. Avoid the torpedo. That's it. I think we missed our torpedoes, did we? Or did we actually hit and just do nothing? Yeah, we actually missed our torpedoes. That's okay. She's going down. Heavens only knows what that was being fired. Maybe that's where their last cruise, their last trade ship is. Or the Maros is just really missing the shots. And you don't have a butt launch, do you? No, you don't. Sink already. Again, I swear the AI cheats with its sinking capabilities. It's just able to stay afloat no matter what. There we go. Okay. Job done, so. Good job, Lee. Good job. So our captains have done a fantastic job of sinking the enemy. 4 of their trade ships escaped, so we didn't manage to sink too many, but we managed to take out 2 of them, as well as another one of their precious armoured cruisers, their light cruiser, and 2 more torpedo boats. So they are really struggling now. The Italians are almost out of ships. They've got 1 more armoured cruiser left. 4 light cruisers. There's the last armoured cruiser, in fact. We could take this one out now. And then they're effectively down to torpedo boats. So the Italians have, they barely have anything left. So let's take out this, this group here. Let's take out the battleship for a quick run. Hopefully we don't spawn in the middle of this battle group, because we've had that happen a couple of times, which have been incredibly weird. No good. Okay, enemy spotted to the west. So we can go head out that way as well. Let's speed things up. And there is a French light cruiser. There is a French heavy cruiser. And there are some torpedo boats. Torpedo boats, I don't actually want you screening, I want you doing whatever you need to do. Let's see if we can get this light cruiser down with our alligator. And we'll see if we can take out their torpedo boats in short order as well. Okay. Alligator, just try and keep alive, please. That's your job at the moment. There is the Italian's final heavy cruiser. No, it's the French heavy cruiser, sorry. What am I talking about? This is the wrong battle. This is completely the wrong battle. And those are some light cruisers. Carl, get turning in. Just start taking these guys out before they start killing our torpedo boats, if that would be okay with you. I'd very much like it to have our torpedo boats alive. Nope, start turning this way. These light cruisers are coming in. Are these Italian? Yes, that's looking Italian to me. Alligators, you're both okay. You've got a little bit of fire, but that's okay. Carl, you need to start shooting at this light cruiser. You need to start turning fast because you're about to get torpedoed. You're going to launch one of your own torpedoes. That's good. And that torpedo is heading that direction. So you are safe. Can't start turning in. Alligators, just keep on keeping on. Just keep out the way for now. There's no point in you getting involved early on. Just wait for these guys to use up their ammunition on our capital ships. So Vincino, you should do alright here. Again, you've got 178 and doubles, and a fair amount of 102mm guns. Goes torpedoes. The Marseillais is about to take a torpedo. And that should be the end of her. And we want to take out that armoured cruiser. And there are their trade ships. Okay, alligators, go and do your job. Get snappy. Ha 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 ha. Pluton. Okay. So our armoured cruiser is effectively mini battleships. So these things are very strong. So they should be pretty good in a gun duel against anything. Suchet is coming in rather fast, so Carl, start turning, just so you don't get any torpedoes, because that would be not good. But if you want to launch your own torpedoes at her, feel free, which I'm sure you will. And she has spotted them, she's slowing down, she avoids them. And you've taken some rudder damage, that's not so good. So Vincino, I need you to get in and actually start helping out your battleship, please. Although it looks like the enemy might be turning in away from us, which is a good thing, actually. Torpedo boats. Your job is to go and hunt down these guys, please. Pluton is dead in the water. The Russian boat is dead in the water. The Suchet is not dead in the water. So fire on the Suchet, please. You've both got torpedoes. But the Russian boat is about to be obliterated. Zeno, you're about to get torpedoed, my friend. I need you to take some seriously evasive maneuvers, please. Speed up. Oh, you're going to take a torpedo anyway. Luckily, you have a fair amount of torpedo protection. And now, alligators, have fun. These are my oh, these are the new alligators. These are new alligators. These are the old generation of alligator. These are our first generation of alligators with their 76mm guns. These are the old boats. This is a newer one. So we have an old alligator and a new alligator. That's weird. Okay, so the alligators have come off production lines. Carl, start turning in. Suchet, Sepicino, even. Probably want to try and take out the Pluton if we can, but the Russian boat is dead. And alligators, as I said, just have fun, enjoy yourselves, because you are able to just absolutely annihilate these guys now. So yeah, this is the first generation of alligator. So with the 76mm guns on board and a single torpedo tube, two single torpedo tubes on the aft section. Let's detach you guys, actually. No, you've got to ram. Don't... T-18, why are you ramming? Why would you even think that was a good idea? You stupid, stupid, stupid boat. Your crew is not dumb as well. I don't know what's wrong with you. Their light cruisers getting away. 2 light cruisers left. Looks like it. Well, that's okay. We can just keep plodding along and actually start taking out their trade ships now. I don't think so, game. We're not going to end it just yet. You focus on the Amazon. T8. Focus on Sirocco. Torpedoes are out. So that should be the end of the Amazon. Goodbye, Bezos. Captain Bezos is going to go down with his ship, apparently. T-27, you just do your stuff. You need to remember to get you into refit soon. Sirocco. Now, I want you to fire off. Oh, you've already fired off a torpedo, so that's okay. Fire off your single launcher and you're going to miss. Good job. You should be quite capable of gunning these guys down, boys. These aren't exactly hard targets. And if not, we have our battleship in range as well. But make sure the Amazon goes down. T-27, do your job. T-8, just try not to ram anything else, please. That would be nice. You can actually go back to full speed. And we'll go for the Victory. I think their light cruisers have just run out of town because they've just been like, yeah, no, we don't want any more of this. We are damaged. We are done. Okay. The Connie. So once we get back to harbour, we'll remember to refit these. All right. I might look at a slightly upgraded Alligator as well, just with a different gun layout. Just to see if we can get a bit more damage. So we might do a new version of the Alligator to upgrade to, but we'll see that in a second. You two, just screen the battleship for me, please. Simonsino, Carl, you've done your job well. Don't fire torpedoes at this dying ship, please. Because yeah, these 102mm guns have just been really, They haven't done anything. They are Mark IIs, but they've just been very unreliable, I found. I think the 76 has been a much better gun. Even in its Mark 1 form, it seems to be more capable. I'll have a look in the after battle reports to see which one of these two alligators did the best with their gunnery. But as I said, when they come up against the torpedo boats, their guns seem to really struggle. Why aren't you dead yet? Kill it. Bugger. I'm just going to head on. Just launch one torpedo if you can. Why did you have to launch all your torpedoes? It's a waste of torpedoes there, Alligator T8. Could easily have just launched one. It's okay. I need to get back and spot that other ship. T8, just do that for me. T27. The Agile, the Argyle there, just take that down. What shells are you using? Just standard everything as well. Base fused, standard shells. Last enemy boat. There it is. Sink this, please. This needs to die. So again, T8, decent crew level. Not a great chance to hit. But these guns just seem to really struggle and just be terrible. There we go. Finally sinking. And you should be going down very soon too. And then we can end this battle. So another victory for us. That's good. Annihilation of the French and Italian fleets there. The British are probably going to need to come in and lend a hand at this stage, because it's been embarrassing, really, considering, you know, how few boats we have. Okay, let's end the battle. All of their trade ships gone. That's good. Heavy damage to, well, minor, medium damage to one of their light cruisers. The other one was fine. I think that was one of the Italians, just trying to keep alive so they actually have a ship to use. Okay, the Italians have one armoured cruiser left, 3 light cruisers, 13 torpedo boats. They are really, really struggling. Yeah, discard that. Not much we can do to that ship. I think we'll just have to deal with it. We'll just have to live with what we've got on the Alligator. But but we will refit the new generation that just been launched. So that should be 4 months to get them done. Okay, so that's okay. Alright, so we've got a strike now. Alright, so I guess we will do this one before the end of this video, because this might be the end of the war, in fact. So we'll see how this battle goes, because this might actually end the war for us. So instead of waiting till next episode, we'll see how this goes. So one of our heavy cruisers versus one of our heavy cruisers, light cruiser, and then 3 torpedo boats. So torpedo boats, northwest. So we're going to make you go more to the west, northwest, speed you up, Aspen, you're going to be split up as well, northwest you go. So the final Italian heavy cruiser of the war, or armoured cruiser I guess. There she is. So we have vast blow to their fleet. When we sink her. It's not an if we sink her, it's a when we sink her. This ship is not surviving. The Giuseppe Garibaldi is going down. Quagenfurt, start turning out please. Torpedoes away. Aspen, start turning out please. Torpedoes away. We'll avoid her torpedoes relatively easily. Torpedoes out by the Aspen. That is the end of the Italian heavy cruisers. And we don't want to give her the opportunity of having the chance of sinking one of our ships. So we'll now go and sort out one of their few remaining light cruisers. And alligators, just have fun. Just do whatever you need to do. Leave us up to the big ships. The alligators can sail around and just do what they need to do. Oh, this was disastrous for the Italians. I mean, the Giuseppe Garibaldi was not a bad ship in all honesty. I mean, like, it was fairly decent ship, but that slight torpedo enhancement that we had, you know, slightly larger torpedoes. We have the, what, 18-inch, I think? 18-inch torpedoes. With the fast torpedo mode, it just made a huge difference, and that was like devastating. So again, as I said, for 1.6 this is going to be fascinating, because if you can get your ships upgraded faster than the enemy and get it so you have these modern things like more modern torpedoes or more modern gunnery skill, you are just going to annihilate the enemy so quickly. It's going to be just slaughtering. Which is fascinating. It's just going to really change up the way that the campaign is played, because you're going to have to really change your campaign way. And that is the end of their light cruiser. The Admiral Cecile is done. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of the episode. That was a devastating victory for us. A devastating loss, I should say, for Italy. And France has lost a light cruiser as well. That was a French light cruiser, I should say. But Italy is now down to 3 light cruisers and 16 torpedo boats. Oh, they have just taken the absolute biggest bashing. we might as well move out a couple of ships to intercept here. But that is the biggest bashing in the universe, and yeah, politically, Italy is just, they are struggling. I mean, we got growth on our side as well. Italy is just, I think they're going to have riots on their hands after this one. Let's see what happens at the end of February into March. Italy is still alive. They've managed to actually build an armoured cruiser. They've managed to get an armoured cruiser back. So they have managed to get a ship into action. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. So I'll be back next time for a little bit more Admiral Dreadnoughts. Ultimate what am I saying? Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts next time for episode 8, I think it is. Alright, thank you so much for watching.